Hello, my name is Aidana Akhmetova and I'm from MCS-2201. Uh, Today my team will be defending assignment 3. So first of all we are importing array list and scanner in order to work with user. Then for explaining all of this I should explain that we are created 5 subclasses. It's fruit, meat, sweets, bakery, and milk, which are all extending superclass product. Superclass products has ID, name, price, which are used for all these subclasses. Also, it has a constructor, then getter and setters, and then function, the method count and the method to string, which the method count will be explained by my group mates. I will later explain to string. So in the main, we're creating the objects for each subclasses, 5 objects, 5 products, which have their ID, name, price, and quantity. So we created all these objects. Then for each product department, we're creating their own arrays for sweets, for meat, for fruits, bakeries, and milks, and adding all our objects into these arrays. Um, next, um, Next, we are starting to work with user. So we're asking their balance, how many money they have. This part will be explained by my group mate Temirlan. The next we're running is true by boolean for creating a loop while for making all these options which can be allowed for our user repetitive. So after using the cases, these options will be repeated. After using each case, these options will be repeated. So we're asking, writing them a number, and for that, for analyzing the number, we need scanner and then switch case to make working with our clients easier. Then, if our user write first, number 1, on the screen we could see sweets, second one will be meat, fruit, bakery, and milk. Then to showing all the products will be difficult and uncomfortable. So in order to make it more easier and understandable, we allow user to choose one department and show all the departments from only one department. For example, we asking to choose a product department, and for this, to analyzing what product department a user will choose, we give them a choice to write a number, so it will be make choice easier too. So in this switch case, in the first case, we created another switch case. If user writes first one, he wants to see the sweet products. If second meat, if third fruit, if fourth bakery, if fifth milk. So what does mean print data? It means let's scroll down. Print data as. Print data as is a method which will be working with array list sweets. So by using a for loop, it will print us all the products in this array. So what does mean to string? To string is in a product. To string will method to string will return us the ID, name, and price of a product. So the same methods like that we can see for a meat array, fruit array, bakeries array, and milks array. So it's the same. After each case we see a break. So let's look for all these products in these departments. The balance 2000. Okay, to order product. Let's look for sweets. First one. As you can see, we can see the ID of a product, their name, and their price. Let's look for all these products in product department. Okay, meat. As you can see, meat products, fruit products, bakery, and the fifth one, milk product. Yes. The other functions will be explained by my by my group mates.
Hello, I'll explain case 2 and case 3. It is about fill and delete products from account. So how we made it? If you can see, we used fill and delete methods, and this is how it works. We write ID of a product. For example, it will be 204, and then we write its weight or amount. So and then we check to which class it belongs. If it is, in our case, ID now is bigger than 200 and less than 206, it will feel like add some weight to a meat, to a specific meat. So 204 is for bear meat, and then the weight will change. We made it also with a delete function, but user will write only ID, and weight will automatically be null. No, 0. We set weight for 0. And now I'll show how it works. So we write this balance, as my friend explained. Okay. Then we will, for example, watch a catalog card. So I'll choose 2, and this for bear I want a bear, and the NID 204 for bear, and then we continue. So 204, and then weight. For example, I want 3 weight, 3 kilograms. So now it changed, and we can check it by watching total price. So everything is fine. So I want now I want to delete it. I just write an ID. Okay. Now I can watch account or total price so it is deleted. Also, I want to explain about about price about a price function. So if you can see, which we used account method. I'll show it how it works. For instance, we get our count. This is why we set for every product the weight 0, because everything multiplied to 0 is 0, so it will not повлияет на наш исход. Okay. So we just return our price with multiply get weight, and this is how it works. We used getters. So in every classes there is an override of account, and if we just promise, we just return to price, because we can set weight as 1. So
okay, I'm gonna continue from the cases. My case that I was doing the whole time is case 4, watch. The case 4 or just the force function just allows the user to watch their cards, what they have purchased and what have they done. Like for example, I'm gonna write ID, weight of the product that I bought, and after that I'm gonna watch it in the card. You see, here it outputs the amount of everything that I have bought and their names by all classes of food. The first one is sweets, meat, fruits, bakeries, and milks. For example, I just have bought 3 Alpengolds, and it have been outputted here, so you can see everything that you have bought. But in my case, I didn't have enough money, so that's written. You here can see that I have just 2,000 balance, and Alpengold by itself just costs 3,000, and I bought 3. Of course, I have no balance for that, and it implements it here. Let me show you how it works in the codes. So this is the code. I have created the scanner and the output of all types. For every single class of these products, sweets, meat, fruits, sweets, meats, fruits, bakery, and milks, I have created for all of them their own loop, for loop. If you can see here, this gives us condition if else. If the weight of product that you have bought is more than 0, then it will output that amount of the product and its name. Like for example here it outputs the first name of the product that you have bought and after the weight of the product. As you can see here, Alpengold 3. That's the case with meat and fruits, and bakeries with milks have replaced the weight by amount. Like, let me get some product from these classes. It's 405, and the weight, for example, 4. Now we can watch. See, it is now outputted cake 4. I have about 4 cakes and there's its amount, not weight. So we can buy 4 milks, 4 cheese, and etc. The for loop is by itself giving us 5 products to work with, from ID 1 to 5. And it scans every single one of these products if their weight is more than 0. If not, it won't output them. This is why here you can see empty space, because it can't output the product that I haven't bought. That's it, but I have one thing that I have done. You see that the balance is insufficient have its own color. This is a function that gives us some random color that we want. For example, this function gives us red color, and this just ends it and returns the default color. So the red color won't continue here up to ending. That's I can tell you about some more classes. The color is not needed here. The product class just implements everything and its data type. Fruit, meat, and sweets are all implementing weight as its main function, and bakery with milk is implementing amount by its main function. They're all mostly equal, so there's not much to explain about them. That's it.
Continuing with the cases, the first case also has a function related to balance. At the very beginning of the program, we ask the user for the balance value. And whenever we look at our shopping cart in case 4, we can find out if we have enough money for the selected products. Running a code, we first type in the balance and then fill our cart with some products. Here we can see that if we watch our cart, there's nothing here, because if our balance is greater than the price, nothing has to be changed. But if we were to add some more products to our cart, we can now see a warning message that our balance is insufficient and we must edit our cart. And we can remove some products. And now this message is gone. Here we used the price method that has 5 parameters. These are all of our products in these arrays. We have a variable total price, and at first it's 0, but if we add up the values of all of our classes, we get a total price, and the method returns the total price value. And here we used the count method. This method contains in the interface countable, and our superclass product implements this interface, and in the superclass, this method returns the price of the product. And since a product has some classes that relates to it, these are all our products, and each of them has their own methods that returns the price multiplied by the amount that we typed in when filling our cart with the products. Case 4 is responsible for the total price for all the products in your cart. It's not related to the balance, so it just outputs a certain number. And if we change our total cart, the price will also change. Here we can see that this is our total price, and we can change it by removing or filling our cart. And now the total price is now changed. Case 4 and case 6 complete the program. It first outputs the final price, like in case 4, but this is the final price. And then the program completes as our boolean running is now takes up the false value.